Hey guys, welcome back to the Beauty Bar. So as you guys can probably tell, I already have my base makeup on as usual. Foundation, powder, blush, highlight, what little bit of contour I didn't do a lot of contouring. My look for today, I'm trying to go with a little bit more of a grunge rock, kind of a punky look today. I'm going to be doing another show in September. And a lot of the songs that the guys in the band picked are very 90s emo, punk, alternative rock. So I'm kind of just starting to play around with that look a little bit. I'm just priming my lids with my Splurge cream shadow like you guys usually see me do. This is Elegant again. This is just because I use this one as it's so neutral. So, and most of it's not going to show anyway, so I'm not really that worried about it. So I'm going to be going with kind of a darker matte smoky eye, I think, and a darker lip. So I went kind of light on the contouring. And I used Dandelion blush by Benefit, so it's a little bit lighter, more natural looking. So most of the focus would be on the eyes and on the lips. So I'm actually going to be using the Jeffree Starr Beauty Killer palette today. It has some great matte shadows in there. So to start off, I'm going to take my angled shadow brush and dip into China White, which is this one. And basically this is going to go all over my lid as a base color. So everything else will blend a little bit easier. I also have my black and pink wig I'm going to put on for today, so that'll kind of complete it. I need to curl my lashes real quick before we go any further than this. I probably ought to do my brows too, so I can already have that laid down and kind of use that as a patterning for my smoky eye. So first off, I'm going to curl my lashes. So I take my lash curler and warm it up a little bit. Make sure it's not too warm because I don't want to be like scalding my eyelids. And curl my poor lashes. I haven't decided if I'm going to do false lashes with this or not. I think it'll depend on how the final eye look that I feel like I need false lashes. Being this is kind of more of a grungy look, I'm probably not going to do false lashes, but we'll see. Might end up being more of a grunge glam. We shall see how things go as we move on. Alright. Now my poor little lashes are curled up here. I'm going to take my Moodstruck Addiction 1 palette, shadow palette from Younique, and go in with Forthright, that dark brown shade there that I usually do with my eyebrows. I'm going to dampen my liner brush. Make sure it's clean. Dampen my liner brush there. And go in with that dark brown color. And move my mirror a little bit closer here. Hopefully I won't get in your guys' view here. But I'm start kind of carving out under my brows the shape that I'm going for. And top part of the brow. And just filling in, bring that shadow up. That brow's done. I'm going to take some brow gel and run through them to kind of hold it in place. I'm going to put my hand on it. Here we go. Alright. That's brows. That just gives me a little framework to work with my rest of my makeup. Alright, so going into the Beauty Killer palette, I'm going to start with Courtney as my transition shade. So this peachy color here. Peachy orange. So I'm going to take the fluffy shader end of my liner shader brush from Younique. Sorry, you guys are bouncing all over the place here. And pick up Courtney. That's going to go right in the crease. Bring it in a little bit on the inner socket. And just kind of blow it out and blend it out here. I actually might use a shade from the Androgyny palette too, just to kind of darken this area before I go in with the really dark shadow for this smoky look. So just bringing that Courtney shadow in. Blowing it all out. I think the peachy orangey shades are gonna like add some grungier look to the smoky eye instead of just doing it all gray or black or whatever. So I'm gonna dip into Charm from the Androgyny palette, which is this one, this orange one, just to warm that up a little bit more. Keep this more to the crease. Blend, 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 blend. So you can see how that's starting to be really warm. But the shadow I'm going to be actually using as far as for the smoky look is going to be, I think Vanity. I might have to darken it again, I'm not really sure, but Vanity is on the Beauty Killer palette. It's this one right here. It's like a really dark purple matte. So I'm going to take, let's see, how do I want to do this here? I'm going to take the same brush, my shader brush, and dip it into Vanity and just kind of start packing that on the lid. Kind of up towards the crease. It's going to kind of gradiate out as we go up. And this doesn't have to be completely perfect because we're going to blend it a little more later. This is just really laying down some product here. Kind of work it up to where it starts getting to that crease right there. Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here in the left eye. Instead of wiping or swiping the shadow on them, it's actually tapping it, which is really packing it on. Okay, so now that I have that on, I'm going to take my blending brush and kind of go along the edges and blend This is actually going to gradiate it out quite a good bit here. So I might need to go in and add a little more of the smoke dark color. Vanity. Just kind of gradiate it out a little too much, I think. Kind of look here. I want to dampen my brush a smidge. I can really get that shadow dark down towards the edges here. Down towards the lash line, I guess I should say, not the edges, but down towards the lash line. Okay. And once again, take the blending brush. I'm just going to dust it off a little bit to make sure it doesn't have a lot of product on it. And just blend out a little bit. I've got to get some different concealer. Mine wants to kind of clump up and crease underneath my eye. Okay, so I'm not going to really do a brow bone highlight. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to do some eyeliner. I'm going to use my LA Colors liquid liner on the top lashes. I'm not really going to wing it out because there's not really any point because of the way the shadows are dark out at the corner. Going to thicken my line a little bit out at the edge here. Starting about midway, I'm going to thicken my line. I don't know if you can see, I didn't really wing my liner out. But I drew a little shape there to kind of get as a guide for how thick I want my outer line there to be. Okay, so that is top liner. I'm just going to use my black Younique Moodstruck Precision Pencil in Perfect on my waterline. Okay. Now for under the bottom lash line, I'm going to take my liner brush and dampen it, number one, dampen it a little bit. Dip into Vanity, which is that dark shade we have on the upper lid, and try and go really close to the lash line. Like so. So now we're going to take the e.l.f. crease brush. Make sure it's good and clean here. And we're going to dip into Courtney, once again that light peach shade, and go right underneath the dark. Probably should have used Charmed for this, actually. Charm. This is what we're going to use to kind of smoke out that bottom lash line a little bit. So that's pretty much, I'm going to add a little bit more of the Vanity over here on my right eye. It's just not as dark as the left one, so I'm just going to add a little bit more to the lid. Okay. And take the blender and just lightly blend it up towards the crease. And I think since we're not going to take necessarily a shimmer color for a highlight, I'm going to take the China White. Again, just that white